Hey guys, thanks for joining me today as we go through another hybrid scrapbook deconstructed junk journal. This is Vicki, the literal crafter in snowy western New York. This is the story of my 3-day thrifting trip to PA with my crafty friend. So I used a Bisquick box to make my container for my deconstructed journal. Something that I tried to do with this project is go a little bit more simple. I tend to overdo, so I'm not great with color, hence all the neutral. And I'm not great with collaging, right? Two skills that us junk journal makers kind of need, but anyway. And I tend to overdo trying to achieve the look I'm going for. So anyway, I tried to go simpler in this project. This is by design that the sides do not open, so I chose to put a top and a bottom. And the sides don't open because, to me, a junk journal should invite you in and you should have an experience, right? You should be stimulated in a junk journal. So I designed it this way so that I would have to lift things out one by one instead of just reaching in and taking out the whole pile. So let's see what's in here. Couple identity cards of myself and my road trippy friend. And I do realize that this probably needs a focal point. I'm just not ready to cover up this luscious paper yet. So if you've watched my other videos, you've probably heard me talk about, I have a memory challenge. And so in my journals become, these hybrid journals become not only the story, you know, like a scrapbook, but they also become a reference for me if I want to look back. So if I want to remember where we went or information about a certain location. So there are some things in my books that maybe aren't in other people's books. Whoops, I have that the wrong way. Was our Verbo. This is a restaurant we went to. This is a hidden paper clip, and then there's just 4 pictures on some photo mats that I made. One of our stops. This was actually our first stop. And this is just their advertising card that I used. And so a convention that I used throughout this project, I stamped and cut out these circles, and it says crafty, artsy, thrifty would go back. So I check off what applies. The number of dollar signs indicates kind of the price level of the store. For each store, I put the total spend, and then journaled something about the store. So that's a convention that I use throughout. So this was actually a gift I bought. It was not craft thrifting. This was our favorite place that we went, Revive. Pictures inside the store, pictures of my haul. And then the back is blank simply because I loved this paper so much. It's a gel print and I just loved it. So I made this pocket out of their cardboard flyer. And then inside is just all of our pictures from that location on photo mats, and some of them I journaled on the back of. This sign was really neat. It's one of those signs that you push the plastic letters into, but it says things like linens and such, nifty 50s, snappy 60s, board games, eclectic, bric-a-brac. Fun words for us junk journalers for sure. Then they had these bat phones all over. This was a 2-level, really large antique co-op. Customer for help pick up phone. And there's red phones all over. Put those back in later. This was another fun place to go. Again, pictures inside my haul. And then again, this is the paper that I really liked, so I left it plain. Just sewed on this little embroidered piece. This little collage is stuff from a book that I got at the Art of Recycle, and it is a catalog of fountain pens, and all of the pages are this black and white, which is pretty cool. So I just made a collage out of it. And then in here are 4 stops that didn't warrant their own big piece in my deconstructed journal. So they're just in here as 4 small elements. This was Lucky Dog Thrift. Time Matters. This was our last stop on our way out of town. And they had these 2 white Goldens, or yellow Goldens, I guess. Oh, they were so sweet. The owner told them, you know, to look up for a picture, and they posed. It was just so cute. So I was kind of proud of myself. My goal with the project was to keep this simple, and rather than forcing myself to make complete elements to put in here like I did all the other spots, I kind of like what I did here, because those didn't warrant a whole lot of effort. These 2 stores advertised for each other, so I put them together. So Renninger's is a large antique co-op and outdoor flea market, and it is known for a place where other dealers shop. We had fun exploring. Indoors, there wasn't really a whole lot for junk journalers, which when you go to an antique co-op, you just never know what you're going to find for junk journaling. And we were thrifting, so, you know, we're not going to buy the expensive things. But we still had fun exploring. The outdoor flea market was smaller than normal because it was cold, but we still had some really good finds there. That's just the back where I did my journaling. And then the last piece of my deconstructed journal. The joy of collecting antiques comes from a great find, but also from that moment when you figure out how to breathe new life into an old piece. So I used my old typewriter to make some notes about things to do next time, things to do differently next time. Again, with my memory issues, I won't remember. So I jot those kind of things down. These are some of my favorite finds. And what you saw in all the other elements were photos of what I purchased at each location. And then in here, it's everything I purchased on the trip by category. So my ephemera, my hodgepodge of stuff, all kinds of cards, lace and trim, fabric, linens, books, and then non-crafting stuff. So that is the entire deconstructed journal. I hope you guys enjoyed walking through it with me. Consider giving me a thumbs up, subscribing to my channel, and I hope to see you back here very soon. Have a great day, guys.